some of the challenges I think that I face in sales is really just I think sales in general, people find more of like a car salesman. So when you think of the word sales, you might think of, someone trying to sell you a car, not necessarily someone trying to help you. So I think just changing the stigma of sales being something where it's, you know, pressure and you're trying to get money from someone even if they're not a good fit. I think that's what we need to change in general around what really sales is and why people get into sales is more that you're about helping people. You want to help people figure out a solution to their problem. So I'd say that that's the biggest challenge, is that coming across as someone who is super, super helpful and a trusted advisor to them, someone that really actually cares about what the company needs and what the company wants, and making sure that what you sell is really the best fit for them. I'd say that's the most challenging part. Only other thing I'd mention is that most sales organizations are full of men, and there's only a few women usually. So I'd say it would be lovely if we could expose more women to what sales really means, so that we could get more women into sales and not have all men always all around you instead. Most importantly, and this is from experience, working my way up over time here at HubSpot, I started as one of the first entry level, what's called BDRs, and then I worked my way up over time. I would say don't hold yourself back. Don't wait to be the best at your job before you actually take that manager role or that next higher position. A lot of times women want to work their way up, get as good as they can at their skill. So at sales, for example, and then they will see that it's time for them to become, say, a manager or apply for that next role. I would say don't do that. Don't wait. Most men don't do that. They'll apply for things way before we will because I don't know, they just think they're better. So I would say if I could say anything to my younger self, it would be to take that manager role even when you think you're not ready for it, because you most likely are ready for it. And the more women we get into higher levels, so outside of just being a sales rep, the more women we get into manager roles, then eventually we'll see more women in executive roles like VP of sales, director of sales, things like that, we don't see a lot of, and that's just because there's not as many women in the roles that can be promoted. So I would just say take that role, take the promotion, even if you don't think that you're ready for it, your older version of yourself will thank you for it. I can't name just one specific person. I obviously think it's great for any woman to work in sales. I don't care your level, BDR, SDR, sales rep, manager. I think the more women we expose to what it really means to be in sales, the more women that will start to enter sales in different organizations, and they'll work their way up over time. So it's really hard for me to just pick one person. So I'd say it's anyone who gets into sales and feels that they should stick around and try to make a difference, because the more women that we see in those positions, the better off younger generations and younger women will start to see that sales is a real career that they could actually be very good at. And let's see, so I also, outside of HubSpot, I run a women in sales organization. And so the reason it's important to me is that, like I said before, I want to see more women working in sales around me. And so if we don't expose people or talk about what it's like to be a woman working in sales or just working in sales in general, then there's no way that we'll ever have more women working in sales. So that's why I think it's all important. So anyone who feels comfortable speaking out or talking about being a woman working in sales, those are the type of people that I want to support, and I'd love to see more of that.